Namaskar and a very pleasant good afternoon to all of you. I, Sangeeta Kaul, on behalf of DELNET Developing Library Network, extends a very hearty welcome to each one of you for joining us today at the DELNET webinar, which is on DELNET Network Resources and Services being organized in collaboration with IILM Graduate School of Management, Greater Noida. It's a profound privilege for me to welcome you all, and at the very outset, we would like to convey our sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Ravindranath Naik, the Director of IILM Graduate School of Management, for acceding to our request in organizing this joint webinar session. I would also like to extend our sincere thanks to the librarian, Mr. Panchil Gautam, and to the digital librarian, Mrs. Surbhi Mishra, who has been of great support in organizing this webinar today. We extend a very hearty welcome to the Dean Academic and Research, to the HODs, the faculty members who have been able to join us today. And we do pretty hope that in yet another few minutes time, we may expect many more of you, to be joining us. I would just like to mention that today's webinar session, which is a 1 hour duration, we would try our best to make you all apprised and acquainted with our network resources and services which are being extended by DELNET. At the very outset, let me request Mrs. Surbhi Mishra, a longtime professional colleague with whom I think it's more than 2 decades now that we have got a wonderful association with her, and who is now a digital librarian at IILM Graduate School of Management, if she may like to say something. Just over to you, Surbhi. Pleasure in having you, and thank you very much for all the support. And I request you, if you may like to address our attendees. Surbhi, just kindly unmute yourself and you may like to speak. Surbhi, this is to request you, if you may like to, if you may just kindly unmute yourself. It looks to me, yes, yes, you are audible. Yes, please.
So thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta, introducing me so nicely and your kind words. And thanks for agreeing to organize this webinar on despite of your very busy schedule, which you told me. But I'm really thankful, so that our faculty members will come to know about the servicing. We have this DELNET for long here at IILM, but for some reasons, our faculty members were not been able to gone through this. So that's why I wanted to organize this one hour session to our faculty, and really it's so kind of you to have it, as I know DELNET resources are will be very useful for our faculty members, and it's resources, and it's like huge. So I hope with your guidance and support, all faculty members will be able to understand what is DELNET and how they'll get access of these valuable resources. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you indeed. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ruby. Indeed a pleasure. Thank you so much indeed. We would now like to just make you firstly aware, well, before I start of the session, I would just like to make you aware that what we really intend to do in this 1 hour session, we would like to firstly orient you about DELNET as an organization, as being mentioned by Surbhi, that you will get an access to large number of resources through DELNET, but we are also keen enough to let you all know that what this organization is. And I'm also very happy and delighted to inform you that DELNET is an organization which will be completing the 30 years of its operation, the 3 decades of its commitment to empowering libraries and inspiring the professionals on 30th of June. So in another 1 week's time, we will be completing the 30 years of DELNET's operations. So today we would like to orient you about DELNET as an organization, what we have been doing over these 30 years, and what are the things that we have in place for our academic and research community. Also, most importantly, we are going to focus more on our online services in order to give you an insights that what are the kind of resources and services that you can get through DELNET once you join as a member institution. And as you are already a member of DELNET and you are a bona fide member of our most prestigious member institution, with whom we have a very long time association again. And we really would like to give you a glimpses about our services, and these resources remain operational 24/7 to all our members of our member institutions. And then we would like to also engage in an interaction with each one of you. So we would like to also have a question answer session, and we would also like to hear from each one of you, and we really look forward to the deliberations. Just before I start off, I would just quickly would like to ask a question through a poll, and I just request you for your very candid feedback about this. And the question which is getting flashed on your screen says, have you been knowing about DELNET resources and services prior to joining this webinar, prior to getting your intimation from Mr. Surbe that IILM GSM is organizing this webinar in collaboration with DELNET? Please do kindly let us know whether you have been knowing about DELNET or not. So we would really appreciate a very candid feedback from you, because that would really help us in carrying out the deliberations of today's session. As I could gather, 55% of you have voted, and let me just diverge the findings. It is quite astonishing to know 88% of you have opined that yes, you have been knowing about DELNET resources and services, and we do pretty hope that we would be able to, through the session, we will be able to add a large new information and new knowledge would get added through this webinar session. We assure you we will do our very best to ensure that we are able to fill up the missing areas, the gap areas, and we should be in a position to address them. It's also nice to see that we have around 12% of our attendees here have mentioned that they have not been knowing about DELNET, and I must really convey our thanks to our library colleagues at IILM GSM for giving us an opportunity to get connected with 12% of you who have never been knowing about DELNET. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to make you acquainted about our resources and services, and it's really indeed very wonderful to be there and inform you about the resources. Just to mention, because we would like to keep ourselves more focused on our online services, but as I said earlier, we would just be wanting to give you a little information about this organization, DELNET. And as the name indicates, DELNET, one can easily make out that yes, this has something to do with the networking. As the name Del plus Net, it's a DELNET, and the fuller name is Developing Library Network. This entire journey of library networking started way back for DELNET around 30 years ago, as I said. And yes, even the library networking scenario in the country started in the very early 1990s. I feel more privileged and blessed. This is now my 29th year of my association and serving the organization, who has been committed over the years, in empowering the libraries and making a difference in the life of the researchers and scholars by providing a very timely information support. So we, in our early phases, we got registered as a society. I would also like to clarify that we are not-for-profit organization. It is a registered society, registered under Societies Registration Act 1860. And yes, this entire organization was conceptualized as a city-based library network with the name of Delhi Library Network, DELNET. Those of you who have seen that entire growth of the ICT with the very early stages, when the ICT was getting seeped into the libraries, into the institutions as such, we used to offer the services way back. I'm taking you almost 30 years ago, 28 years ago, when we used to offer the services, including email services. We have been the most premier institution here in Delhi who was offering the email support to the libraries, to the institutions here in the city of Delhi, when we were being known with the name of Delhi Library Network. We also, and it was through our connection with the Department of Electronics, which used to offer an mail services. It used to be in dial-up connections. There was no internet in those times. We used to offer even the modems to the libraries. And so DELNET has been doing that work, right from the very, very beginning. We also used to offer a support to the libraries in helping them out. It was not the library automation, but it was just simply a sheer dream of seeing that how their catalogs can be get into the computers and how they can use the systems to fetch the records. So we have been the organization who has been doing that hand-holding work right from the very beginning. And with the passage of time, as the technology, all of us have been knowing that how everyone got and felt transformed with the technology in place. The name of the organization of ours also got changed precisely on 13 September 2000 from the Delhi Library Network, DELNET, to DELNET Developing Library Network. And the chief reason was because our services became operational on the web. We developed our web interfaces, the World Wide Web came into existence, we got our IP addresses from National Informatics Center, who has been supporting us from the beginning. And yes, overnight, Delnet became global. And I'm very, very happy and proud to share with you in today's day and time, Delnet networks nearly 7,600 institutions which are scattered across the country and also outside India. When we talk about the South Asia, Delnet is the single largest library network in the entire South Asian region. And when we talk about and think about at a global level, we stand at number 2. The largest library network, for your information and knowledge, would like to mention that it is in the United States of America with the name of OCLC, which networks nearly around 17,000 libraries. And Delnet stands at number 2 with the largest network in South Asia. But yes, at a global level, we are the second largest one. So our primary aim, you may wonder that why we have been doing this work of library networking. Our chief goal and aim has been to network when we are wanting, we have been doing this pioneering work of networking these libraries. Our sole aim and desire remains how really to enhance a resource sharing among these institutions. And the chief aim for undertaking and enhancing the level of resource sharing is because of the fact that all of you would agree with this fact that sharing is caring. If you share your concern, if you share your resources with someone, you do fully are, in very loud and clear manner, you're able to convey that you do care for the needs and requirements. So we are closely focusing on, for the last 3 decades, we have been always been focusing on what we call the 5 Cs of a library network. Out of these 5 Cs, let me also share with you, it's a wonderful opportunity to be there with each one of you, and you remain on our topmost priority. That is our clients, our customers, the users for whom the libraries are working, for whom the organizations like Delnet are working relentlessly in order to ensure that we are able to provide a timely support for your academic, for your research work that you are undertaking in your institution. So we specializes in meeting your information needs and requirements. And yet another important C for us remains the content, because the content, the accessibility to content is very much important. And that is our area of specialization, that is bring together the resources, bring together the content which is lying scattered in these 7,600 institutions, and in one single keystroke you can get to know what is all available in these libraries. Besides this, are yet another important C's that we always keep a very close watch on is the connectivity, because these are resources 24/7, you can access them. If you are in your own campus, in your own institution, you can access them through an IP-based access. If you are outside the campus, you can access these resources even by login and password, or you can access them by remote IP if you happen to have that. Otherwise, even by login password, you can access these resources. Yet another important C for us remains the communication. Yes, we always know for sure that the communication is the key for connections, and connections is a key for the collaborations. And that's how we remain highly committed in fulfilling and ensuring that we remain in a highly communicative way with our users, the real users of the systems, each one of you who are wanting to refer to the resources that you are wanting for your undertaking your work. And yet another last important C I would like to mention is the cost. It is Delnet in a very humble ways. We are also fulfilling and contributing to one of the United Nations SDG goal, that is providing an affordable access to information. So Delnet is an organization which is highly committed for this, and just wanted to mention that our membership is annual in nature, and that's a membership charges very small meager amount of 11,500 rupees, the base amount that we charge, and then plus the GST, which is again being forwarded to the government. But our take of 11,500 per institution, it is the same for the past 21 years. You have got it very right. For last more than 2 decades, out of our 3 decades of our functioning, our membership fee remains the small amount of this remains unchanged for last 21 years. I'm also happy to share with you that Delnet is in its own campus in Jawaharlal Nehru University. We have got our own infrastructure. We have got our own guest house facilities. Also, glad to share that DELNET does have our coordination units in Bangalore. We have our units in Pune. We have a unit in Hyderabad. We have just shortly going to start up our unit also in Lucknow. The sheer reason is because this entire network, whose journey started off as a city-based network with the name of Delhi Library Network, which got changed in the year 2000 as Developing Library Network, the state which is giving us the maximum number of members. There's a very strong tussle between the Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, because it's every day, means every day it changes. Some day it would be a Tamil Nadu who would be contributing more, or the other day it would be Maharashtra. Both of them, almost 1,000 institutions we have in both the states who are there, followed by Uttar Pradesh and across the country. I know that I'm speaking to all our management experts today who are the well-distinguished faculty members of a prestigious IILM Graduate School of Management. I would just like to mention that we have the most prestigious IIMs. Almost all IIMs are being connected through DELNET, and they heavily rely on DELNET for our resources and services, including IIM Bangalore, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Lucknow. Across all IIMs, IIM Bodh Gaya, IIM Shillong, and besides a large number of other management institutions. So we have right from the leading management institutions to engineering colleges, the IITs, NITs are being connected with us. We have more than 1,000 medical hospitals which are being connected with DELNET. We have got the DRDO or CSIR labs which are being connected with DELNET. We have arts and science colleges, pharmaceutical institutions. So this has got a huge number of, catering to diverse fields of knowledge these libraries are in, and we are able to provide, the information support to them. I would just like to quickly mention, because we would like to show you online, and would like to mention that in our discovery portal, and we are going to show you that how in one single keystroke you can access around 3.7 crore books which are being available in our member libraries. 3.7 crore books. We have a very famous and very popular facility of what we call the Interlibrary loan, which allows you to borrow the books from any nook and part of the country. And DELNET is an organization which is doing that. It allows you to borrow the books. I can show you an example. For example, over here, you can see this particular title, putting "Don't Break the Rules, Change Them." And this book belonging to one of our Punjab University, Chandigarh, we have got this particular book. This book belongs to Punjab University, Chandigarh. And we are sending this book to the St. Dominic College in Kerala. So this book is being sent on interlibrary loan to our member institution in Kerala. They are going to use it, and then they are going to return it back. You can just see case studies in front office management. This is going to PS University in Bangalore. This title is being sent. They're going to refer to it. They're going to return it back. And then we in turn are going to return it back to our respective library. So you can just see, even likewise, for example, you have these parcels. You can see Modi University of Science and Technology in Sikar. There is a book which they have taken from us, and now it's getting returned back to the library. Or yet another one from Sholapur. It's yet to be opened. I've just wanted to show it to you. As I said earlier, we have the leading management institutions who heavily relies on this facility of DELNET. So DELNET will be happy to arrange these books. If you are wanting to refer to any of the book that you don't have it in your own collection, but you can see it where the book is available, you can order it online. DELNET will supply you the original hard print copy of that book for a period of 1 month. For 4 weeks, we give you that book. And you may wonder what DELNET is going to charge you for that. DELNET charges you for the nominal courier charges, the postal charges, which gets incurred in arranging that. So a book may be costing a 50,000 rupees book, or a 40,000 rupees book, or even sometimes books are out of print. Even if you want to purchase them, they are not available. But DELNET can get you that. And we may charge you, depending on the weight of the book, it can be 100 rupees, 150 rupees. We are sending you something arranged, from the nearby. So it may happen. The book may be sent by Delhi office from here at JNU, I'm speaking to you right now, or it can be even be sent by a Bangalore or a Pune unit, depending on from where this book has been arranged, from which part of the country it has been arranged. Let me also share with you that we do have our member institutions outside India. So this entire activity of interlibrary loan is a very, very popular service of ours across the country, and even outside India. We are sending. We have a Royal College of Management in Bhutan, one of our very good member institution outside India. And we are even transacting, sending across these documents outside also at the same time. We also have the facility for document delivery services. If you are looking selectively for some journal articles for undertaking your research work or for your teaching purposes, for scholarship and for training purposes, you want something selectively, you can always write to us and can ask us, and we can get you the desired article. So this is also yet another important service of ours called as a document delivery. I'm quickly now skipping on from here because would like to put more focus on our online services. We do offer a support for the libraries for free library automation software. This is for our library colleagues to know about it, and we do all the remote installation. We do have the consortia for e-journals and e-books. We do have ProQuest management e-journals. We do have Gale's English Learning. DELNET is an organization which has a very long-term association with AICT. We had a special MOU with them. And this is how I was just wanting to show you this, that how we are being there across the country. So you can see here, Tamil Nadu is a state which is giving us the maximum number of member institutions, 993. You have Maharashtra, 996. So as I said, one can see that it's a very, very closely neck-to-neck competition between the two states who are contributing in a very great manner to DELNET. And then also we have Uttar Pradesh, 904, and we are shortly starting off our unit also in Lucknow. So we already have got our units in Pune, in Bangalore. We have our unit in Hyderabad, as Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Collectively, they give us more than 1,200 institutions. And yes, we're also starting off with UP. And as you can see here, across the length and the breadth of the country, right from the northern tip, we talk about Kashmir University, Central University of Kashmir, to IILM Jammu, for example. I'm just thinking in terms of the management institutions, the members of DELNET. You go to the southern tip of the country, in Nagarcoil, in Kanyakumari, we have institutions. You talk about TEPMI, Manipal. They are all in the private institutions also, MTI, Gurgaon, and others. When we talk about them, they are being connected, with DELNET. We talk about the western side, whether it's Irma, Anand, or it's Maharaja Sayaji Rao University. We take you to the northeast. You have Assam University. You have IIM Shillong. So across the length and the breadth of the country, we have the institutions in different nooks and cranny of the country. They are the members and greatly utilizing to our resources and services. This is how we are outside India. This is just to tell you, yes, majority of them, they are indeed the academic institutions, because it's the colleges, the institutions, those who are imparting the higher learning, they are the members. We do have research and special libraries, even libraries of diplomatic missions, they are also being connected. I'm skipping on from here because would like to show you now online. So I'm just skipping from these slides because we would like to show you that how you can access these resources at your place. So please remember delnet.in, that is our website address. And as you could see, this is a logo of our 30 years, which we are going to complete next week on 30th of June. So networking libraries, sharing and spreading knowledge remains our prime motto, and empowering libraries and inspiring professionals is indeed our priority area. So delnet.in is what you need to go to. And once you go here, I'm also very happy and delighted to inform you that DELNET also has been awarded with the IAPA Award for Excellence in Public Services, which was bestowed on us by the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu ji. And we dedicate this to all our member institutions and each one of the users in the those who are using our services. You can see here there is a link for new discovery portal. So please go to delnet.in. So you need to remember DELNET. We are in India. So .in, and then new discovery portal is what you need to click on. So once you do that, I would just like to mention If you are in the campus, we do have the IP-based access is already being activated, as I could see from our records that IP-based access is there. So if you are in the campus at IILM GSM, and if you click onto the new discovery portal on our website, automatically it should open. It should not prompt you for the screen because the IP is already authenticated by us. We have already added the IP. And in case you are outside, you don't have a remote IP, so you are most welcome to use these DELNET resources using login password. I also would like to request our library colleagues to please kindly feel comfortable in giving the login password to all our faculty members so that you can access DELNET wherever you are. So it's anytime, anywhere accessibility of DELNET that we are really wanting to ensure. So username you need to give, that remains as UP IILM GSM, and the password I would like to request the library colleagues to kindly help you in having the password. This is our main landing page, and as you could see, the system is greeting you. It's able to recognize you, and as we have user credentials of IILM GSM, it's able to convey that. This is a single window searching. What I was telling it to you, that our prime motto remains bringing the scattered resources together and providing it under one single keystroke. And as you could see also down below, it's written you are accessing union catalog of books and journals. That means union, more than one, and that clearly indicates the resources which are available in our member institutions. 3.7 crore books available in our member institutions. You can get to know where they are available, and you can see. I would just like to show you an example, just an example. Let's say data analytics, business analytics, data analytics, big data. That's how the world is now moving for, and especially for running businesses. Everyone is creating the state-of-the-art data analytics tool. They are using it. So let's say you are looking for data analytics as in the title of a book. So this is, we are searching for books on data analytics. You say on title you are looking for, you say books for loan. That is, you are looking for books on loan on data analytics. So you can see here the system tells you that there are 3,230 such books wherein the word data analytics or business analytics is appearing. Data analytics, you can see the word getting highlighted. Firstly, I would just like to tell you, you can see here on the right hand side, these are the abbreviations of the libraries. So when we started off from Delhi as a Delhi library network, as I told you, our journey started off as a city-based network. We never used to give a 2 small case letter code to the state code, no, because by default it was at library was supposed to be in Delhi because we were networking Delhi libraries only. But when we moved out of Delhi, so you can see here an example, FIB, Fortune Institute of International Business, or DUSCL, Delhi University South Campus Library. But when we moved out of Delhi in the year 2000, basically we started moving out in August 99 as our services became operational on the web. And yes, the name got changed on 13th September 2000 by Registrar of Societies, and from Delhi Library Network to Developing Library Network, and the acronym retained. We retained the acronym as DELNET. So you can see here, it was not with the ND or DEL or anything like that for Delhi, no, by default. But when we moved out of Delhi, we started giving a 2 small case letter code. So let's say, for example, you being there in UP, you would like to know who in UP has got the book, or in Tamil Nadu, someone accessing, they may like to know who in Tamil Nadu has got the book. The member institutions, Gujarat, may like to know that, okay, fine, let me just see who in Gujarat has got this book before they really try to get that, from others. So you can see here, KN for Karnataka, RJ for Rajasthan, TG for Telangana, you can keep on moving down, MH for Maharashtra, KN again, yet another from Karnataka. You can see here GJ for Gujarat, Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. As I said, one of our great takers of our services. So many institutions, HFO Haryana. So you can see here, the particular institutions' codes are being there. And we have this feature, I will just show it to you. If I just you can sort this entire result sets date descending. That is, the latest books will appear first. So see here, data mining for business analytics, concepts, techniques, and applications by Galich Shimoile. And once you take the cursor from KN, it's in Karnataka. SJB Institute of Technology in Bangalore has got this book of 2021. You can keep on moving down. We have got our own unit also in Bangalore. UPJIM, Jaipur Institute of Management, Noida, has got this book, Predictive Analytics for Business Strategy, Reasoning from Data to Actionable Knowledge. It says a lot. Jeffrey T. Prince, 2021 book. And also would like to just tell it to you that we do have a feature of what we call the Google link. So if the book is also there, like let's say you're able to see that the book is being there in Haryana. Now see here, data science and analytics. So it says that the book is also on Google Preview. If you click onto this, straight away you will be able to go to Google Books and you will be able to see the content pages of the book. Now by seeing this, if a user feels that, if you feel that no, I just want to have a particular chapter from this book, let's say recent trends in data science, you're writing something on data science and you just want to have something to refer to recent trends in data science, and you just want to have this chapter, you can just ask us, write an email to us saying that I'm looking for this specific chapter, can you please arrange for it? Or by seeing this, you feel that no, you want to consult this entire book. So what you need to do is, I would just like to show you an example over here. Let's say, Big Data Analytics by Seema Acharya. Get more details. So once you say get more details, system tells you where the book is there. It is in Delhi Technological University in Delhi has got this book. So what you as a user can do, you can copy this content, copy it, paste in the mail, send an email to Mrs. Surbhi Mishra or to the library colleagues who are taking care of the DELNET services. Tell them that I'm looking for this book on interlibrary loan. Can you arrange it? What they in turn would be doing is they would just again make a search for this and requesting this book, requesting for interlibrary loan. We do have an IILM password which we are conveying to our library colleagues. They have to put in that password, and once they do, the request will get registered. We transact, as I have just shown you an example, that how this entire transactions happens, and right from Delhi, from here, from our head office to also in our units at Bangalore, Hyderabad and Pune, the institutions, we keep on helping out in sending them the desired material, and anything can be available, whatsoever you want, you just simply let us know about it. We also have a feature of email this search. So email this search, when you do, so the system is going to ask you for your password. You can put in your password and you say send an email. So once you do, the entire search result, that will go to you. So through email, you will be able to get this entire result set. I would like to now show you an example, because I would just like to firstly request our library colleagues to kindly contribute their records to DELNET. This is what we call the best practices for data accessibility and data sharing. So we request them please to come forward and doing that. Now I'll show you an example. Let's say you are looking for books on data analytics, even you can just put in right asterisk, and you say that only the books which are available at IIM Ahmedabad. So once you do that, once you click onto it, system is going to give you the hits which are there only at IIM Ahmedabad. All these books belonging to IIM Ahmedabad only would be visible on your screen. You can see Big Data for Managers, Creating Value, all titles of IIM, and out of that, whatsoever is there on Google, if it's available on the Google also, so you get a link. So I'm showing you this example is to tell you that if we get the records from IILM GSM, which, this is what a network is all about. It's a content networking. So we request our library colleagues to kindly come forward and contribute these records. DELNET does give a very special certificate of appreciation for contributing and being the partner and a contributor for data sharing and accessibility, which is a very, very important thing. And even accreditation bodies, they really take a very good they in turn they appreciate, because today is a world when we have to provide a kind of an accessibility to information is a very important thing. So you would be a good contributor also in that, and at the same time your own resources becomes, you can access, besides accessing what others have got, you can access what your own library has got. Let's say you're working on a paper and you just want to see whether your own library has got that book or not. I'm not so sure whether it's a 24/7 web opaque remains operational. If not, you can use DELNET even to discover your own resources. And so this is how the libraries are also using it. So you will be able to see large number of resources which are also available in your in the other institutions and in your own library. So this is a very major, big resource for the libraries that they refer to, and you can, through our interlibrary loan facility, the book can be there anywhere across, in any nook and part of the country. The material can be available, and we can arrange it through our interlibrary loan. Now I would like to take you to a facility, to yet another portal, which is called as a knowledge gainer portal. And this is a portal which gives you an accessibility to full text, ebooks, e-journals, and e-articles. So in the discovery portal that I had just shown it to you, we do offer an access to around 3.7 crore books which are available in our member libraries. Every day we get the data from the libraries. We keep on approaching our institutions, requesting them to contribute the record so that it gets more enriched. And we do have this knowledge gainer portal, which gives you an access to 1.58 crore, 1 crore 58 lakh full text ebooks, e-journals, and e-articles. I will just quickly, because of paucity of time, would just like to pick up, a few of the cases just to show you how it works. Let's say on leadership, you are looking for something, and you can see here, once you type leadership, and then it says there are 10,280 such hits wherein the word leadership is appearing, and it also tells you that there are 10,132 articles, there are 113 ebooks, there are 27 institutional repositories, and then there are 8 journals. If you click on to articles, so it is going to show you only these articles which are being there. So you can see here, these are the articles which are being published. There's a leadership paradigms, and leadership training in 2010 and beyond. So you can click on to a particular reference, and once you do that, so you would be able to see Florida Public Health Review, leadership paradigms, and leadership training in 2010 and beyond. And you can see here the entire full text paper is in front of you. So the entire paper is in front of you, and you can do whatever way you want to use it. You can always do that. So you can refer to all these resources: leadership and creativity, advancing leadership, unconventional leadership. You can go to any one of them. Innovation and leadership, you can always do. I would also like to show you the ebooks. So 113 ebooks the system is showing, and this may contain the book chapters, or even this can be the entire ebooks which are being there. So you can see here the entire ebooks, which are being there, and you can again, critical perspectives on educational leadership, for example. So you can go to any one of them. So and you can click on, let it fully get downloaded, and we are going to open this file, and it's a 25 MB file. That is an entire TNF book. Which is on educational leadership. So many of our educational administrators may like to refer to this title, and you can then click onto this, let it get completed, and we would now then be showing it to you. Since the bite size is more, so it's taking a bit longer, but we will show it to you. We will shortly be showing it to you, that how you can see this entire book, and then you can download as many titles that you are wanting. You can always do that, so there are no restrictions. So critical perspectives on educational leadership, you can see on the left, it's page 1 of 256 pages, and this is the entire pages are being there, the entire content, and the entire book is being there in front of you. So, and using this, the fluffy icon which is being there, though it's no longer available, desktop, you can say, and you save it. And once you save it, so you can see here under the C drive now, this entire book is being downloaded. Entire book is now there with you. So you can educational leadership as a reflective action. So you can go to the entire book is now with you, and you can utilize it whatever way you are wanting it. So you can use it whatever way that you want. Let's say on online or digital marketing, you are looking for something, you can or simple marketing. Let's say on marketing, what are the kind of things that we have? Sorry for misspelling it. So this goes as marketing. 53,649 hits are there, and you have 376 ebooks. You have 52,766 articles, and you can see here again, marketing ethic marketing. So you can see humane marketing, very interesting titles. You can even see some of the articles which are there from. So you can go to any one of them, and you can fast expanding markets, a revolutionary microeconomy. So you can use it whatsoever way that you are wanting it. You can utilize it, and you can use it for your work. So this is just to show you a little glimpse of that. I would now just quickly would like to take you to this e-journal section. So knowledge gainer, you can always make use of it and can make the searches as per your needs and requirements. Also, I would like to, as I said earlier, if you're selectively looking for any journal articles, you can always drop an email. We are shortly going to let you have our email IDs. You can write to us. E-journals full text, I would just like to take you and show you quickly. We have got in various diverse subjects, management e-journals. I would like to show you. Even herein, you would be able to see 240 e-journals, and those which are also being listed in Scopus. So within bracket, you would be able to see the Scopus listed journal. If it's listed in Scopus, you would be able to get that. So just quickly would like to take you, let's say, a European research on management and business economics. So some of you are really wanting and would like to see this. So you can see here, destination recovery during COVID-19 in an emerging economy, insights from Peru. And you can download this, the PDF copy of this entire article. You can see here, the entire article is in front of you. And you can utilize it and it's a 9-page long article, and you can use it the way that you are wanting it. You can save it and can utilize it. So this is to show you that how you can make the use of this. You can go to any one of these journals. There are no restrictions to any journals that you are wanting. You can go Asian Academy of Management, let's say, for example, 2021. You want to go for any one of this. The influence of liquidity risk on efficiency in rural banks, the moderating role of interbanking borrowing funds. So you click onto the PDF, and this is a Scopus listed journal, and you can see here the entire journal article is in front of you. So the 17-page long article is in front of you. You can utilize it, and you can make the best use of it. So I would just like to, and then we have a couple of other links that you can go through it. I would just like to also say that we do have a feature for Know Your IIL book status. If you have requested to DELNET, herein you can see this is our previous data which is being shown. So if you have requested to DELNET any book, you can even be able to see here that what is the kind of transactions which has happened, and you would be able to know the status of that. Usage statistics, so this is for our library colleagues. You want to generate a usage statistics of DELNET, you can very well do. System will prompt you for a password which is already being disclosed. Now what I'm going to do, I will just be writing our email ID, and also we would be I would just also text this email ID on the chat so that all of you are able to get. So I'm giving you the 3 email IDs, and you can send an email to all the 3. This is to ensure, because each and every query matters a lot to us, and don't think that we are going to duplicate it. This is just to ensure that we are able to, let me just copy and paste it and send it to you on your chat so that you are able to get, because if you are seeing it from the mobile, it may not appear. So I have sent across 3 email IDs. If you are looking for something, you may be requiring, you may be in need of a book, or you may be in need of a journal article that you don't have an access to, you can straight away drop us an email. Just send an email to all the 3 email IDs. Just mention that you are from IILM GSM and you are looking for a journal article, or you are looking for a book, and we would appreciate you marking a copy to the librarian so that they are also being informed about it, that you have written to DELNET. And we assure you that we are highly committed to ensure that we are able to fulfill your needs and requirements in a very, very timely manner I would also like to mention that we do a parallel processing. So at least 3 or 4 institutions that we would be approaching for your one single query, because for us, the providing a proactive support is the key, of providing the services. So we remain highly impatient in fulfilling your needs and requirements, and we request you to please just let us know whatever you are looking for. Sincere request is don't spend much time in looking around at who may have, because once you approach DELNET, you in turn are able to approach 7,600 institutions. And I would also like to mention that DELNET is an organization that it's not just simply the libraries who are on our membership map. We are also an organization who have a large number of collaborations with the institutions worldwide. Though they necessarily are not on our membership map, but as and when we require something, we do approach them, and when they are in need of something from this part of the world, they do approach us, because our ultimate goal and desire remains to fulfill your needs and requirements in a very timely manner, and for which we remain highly committed. So we request you, whenever you are in need of anything, you firstly should access these resources, and we do appreciate that you may not have at times always have time to go through and then search it. You're most welcome straight away send an email to us saying that I'm looking for this, I want to refer to this particular title, this book title, or maybe a report, or maybe an article, and we assure you that we would do our best. As I told it to you, we have the most leading institutions in your subject areas who are being connected, heavily relying on DELNET, and we rely on them. So we are the strong believers in the fact that it is not my user and your user, it is our user, that collectively all of us have to help each other, and that's the essence of having the resource sharing done. And this is what for which we are, it's more a mission for us to ensure that we are able to fulfill your needs and requirements. So it has been a pleasure interacting with each one of you, and well, before I make the floor open for questions, quickly would you like to ask you a question which is getting flashed on your library, on your screens, and which says, would you like to use DELNET for your academic research training, whatsoever manner that you are wanting and you feel you are the best experts, you are the best people to know how far you can take and utilize and discover these resources. So would like to request you, please give us your very, very candid impression about it, that would you like to come forward in making the use. And I'm also would once again would like to have 2 requests to be made to our library colleagues at IILM GSM. Number 1 is, please do kindly send us your library records, so that these library records can also be, besides it gives a lot much of visibility to the institution, to the institutional library, and for each one of you who may be wanting to just check for a particular title in your library, you can use DELNET 24/7, whether it's 2 o'clock in the night or 6 o'clock in the morning or 12 noon, you can always check these resources online. And secondly, also would like to request that the login and password for accessing, besides an IP-based access, which we could gather is already being activated on IP. I'm not so much sure whether we do have a remote IP facility is there at IILM GSM, but you're most welcome to have the login and password to use DELNET. We have no apprehensions, we have no concerns at all, and we would be more than happy if you are being informed with the login and password, so that you can make the best use of these resources whenever and wherever you are. So thank you so very much indeed. We are feeling much humbled with your inputs, and it has been 100%. Each one of you have been very, very kind and gracious in mentioning that you would like to use this, and we assure you that we are highly committed. We have, whether we keep our eyes open, wide open, or we keep our eyes closed, only one thing we see all the time is our user community, for whom this organization is dedicated. We are dedicated to each one of you for fulfilling your academic, for your research requirements. And these are, this is the main purpose for having the library network, bringing these libraries together, bringing this content together in order to come comfort, your lives, in order to bring in, the much desired information repositories that you may be looking for around. So you should not look around. It's whenever you are in need of information, you should just remember that, yes, there is an organization. For last 30 years, they have been working. Let me give them a chance to fulfill my needs and requirements. And we would truly feel blessed enough if you really come forward and make the best use of these. So it has been a pleasure interacting, and now we would like to engage in quick discussions with each one of you. I'm making the floor open for questions, and we'll be very, very happy to hear. It's not just simply to answer, but also to hear, because all of us are into the world wherein it's not only the learning we have to do, we have to learn, unlearn, and then to relearn. So we really look forward to learning also much more from you, and also to address the gap areas which you feel are being prevalent. So we request you, please do kindly raise your digital hand if you may like to share your inputs, and we would be very much delighted to give you an audio control so that we can hear you. You can also post your questions in the chat box, and we will be very happy we'll be very, very much happy to take the question. So I'm just keeping the floor now open for each one of you, and would truly appreciate if you may like to say something. You can raise your digital hand, you can post your question in the chat box, and we will be very delighted to hear. So I'm just glancing through the entire list. I'm not able to see anyone. Perhaps you may like to write to us. It seems that we have truly enjoyed interacting with each one of you, and really look forward. We do sincerely hope that the session would help in the better utilization and effective and efficient utilization of DELNET resources and services, and we really look forward to hearing from you. It seems that I could see that we are towards the fag end of the webinar, because I'm not able to find anyone who may like to say something, and I think you may prefer writing to us. It looks to me like that, because as I'm sifting through the entire listing, I'm not able to find. We do really hope that you would come forward in making the use of these resources. And yes, I could see our own colleague Surbhi Mishra, who may like to say something. Surbhi, I'm coming to you. And it has been a pleasure. Let me once again, on behalf of DELNET, would like to thank the entire authorities at IILM GSM firstly for being a long-time member of DELNET. We truly admire and appreciate our collaboration with IILM GSM, and also would like to convey my thanks to the entire library team at IILM GSM, who has really helped us and coordinated this entire webinar today. And above all, each one of you deserves a very, very special appreciation, because I know that how hard-pressed for time you remain, and you have been able to take out time and being there, attending, and being a part of this webinar session. We have truly, truly valued your participation, and we do pretty hope that you would be using and providing us, giving us a chance, to offer our support to you. So thank you so very much indeed. And I would now like to request Surbhi, I believe she would like to say something. It's over to you, Surbhi. Yes, we are connected, Surbhi. Surbhi, we are connected. Would you like to say something? I believe Surbhi told me that she has, I believe, some technical glitch she is encountering. Surbhi, could you please let me just try to... Surbhi would be requesting you. I believe you have logged in from two different places, so that's the reason. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, that's what Surbhi, I wanted to tell you. Yeah, my computer, this audio is not working. So first of all, I would really like to extend my sincere thanks to you, Sangeeta, to organize, to hold this session for our faculty members. This is really, really will helpful to all of us in terms of getting articles, in terms of getting other resources, books, e-books, so that they can also, refer to their student as well. And one more thing, like I think I have missed due to some network issues. Can our faculties directly write to you?
Yes, very much, very much. And we request them if they can mark a CC, even if they don't mark a CC while responding back to you, while responding back to our faculty members, as a protocol, we do mark a CC to the librarian so that you are also in the loop, you remain in the loop. You are most welcome, so faculty members can directly yes.
Yeah, and even for that interlibrary library loan, they may ask you directly or through library.
No. So for the books, we would appreciate that if what can happen is they can send an email. They can send an email to you marking us a CC, and you register that request on the portal. That would make the things, because the entire record also happens, and it would be much easier for you also to manage that who has requested for that material. So the interlibrary loan, when we talk about the interlibrary loan, the request can be sent through email by the respective faculty member to you on the email itself. They can put us in a CC so that you will register it, let's say in another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour's time, but then we will start processing it, because time remains a very crucial factor, and you can register, but we request you to register that request on our online portal. That we would appreciate, Surbhi.
Okay, and on Knowledge Gainer portal, all the icons which are reflecting, so all the faculty member and the members will be able to access all this, like other than this
exactly.
language learning portal, e-journals, the newsletters and all.
Yeah, everything. Whatsoever, and also you have reminded me to mention, I would like to also mention that DELNET is now on 30th of June. We are in fact having working for last more than a year time on our portal called as a Vision portal, which is a video sites online, which contains the video lectures. Also, it has got a provision wherein we are going to make that would be an open invite to all our members, that if they want their faculty members to record a video lecture with DELNET, that video lecture will get broadcasted through that portal. It's a very wonderful portal which we have developed, and the beta version we are going to demonstrate on 30th of June. So Surabhi, I would like to request, because we would like to also encourage our colleagues from the libraries to give us their more inputs, but that has entirely been designed so institutions can contribute their video lectures, and even the students then can watch their own institutional lecturers speaking on the topics of their relevance, or they just want to refer to someone else's lectures, they can very well do. So we have created that portal, and we are going to have a beta launch of that on 30th of June, and maximum by mid of July. That are our plans. So instead of the language learning portal will come down a little on the left hand side, but that's a place wherein our Vision portal would be available. The link for that would be available. So already that's been there.
Many congrats. And one more, last question, sir. Shall our students also be able to access this DELNET through at the campus?
Yes, very much. So we sincerely request you, please do kindly, motivate them to make the use of these resources. And students most welcome. They are on the IPs. They can straight away go. And in fact, there should be a kind of something wherein they should be asked to go through some of these e-journals in management. There can be some of the discussions held. Students should refer to these journals, and there can be some open discussions happening at IILM GSM on the basis of that. There can be an assignment given that you refer to the journals and you come back with your own deliberations on any of the subject that they have been able to gather from this. And they're most welcome to access this. This is meant for the entire fraternity at IILM GSM. They can be in the campus, they can be outside the campus through remote IP they can access, through login password they can access. There are no concerns from our side. We really want it to get used. They should make the best use of it.
We can share this email ID and password to our users, students as well.
Yes. Let them make the use of it. No issues at all. Perfectly fine. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you, Surabhi. No, it has been a pleasure. Pleasure entirely ours. Pleasure entirely ours. So once again, would like to thank each one of you for being such a wonderful part of this webinar, being organized by DELNET and IILM GSM in order to make you all apprised about this DELNET resources and services. And we are pretty sure, and we really look forward to hearing more often. And the more you write, the more better we are going to feel, and that would be the true success of holding, this webinar session, the very purpose, for which, the session has been organized. So thank you so very much indeed. And thank you, Surbi, once again. Convey my sincere thanks and appreciation to all the library team also at the same time who have worked for this. So thank you very much. We really look forward to hearing more often from you, and we wish you the very best. I would also like to thank my own colleague, Mr. Kushal Goswami, who has been coordinating the DELNET webinar. So I convey my thanks to him. And I would just like to quickly mention that by 5 o'clock, you're going to receive the certificates of participation for being a wonderful part of this webinar today. And please accept it as a token of a very warm, sincere appreciation for each one of you for your time and efforts in being able to be there connected with us today. And definitely today we have made the new beginnings, and I'm pretty confident and sure that we are going to nurture and we are going to make it more meaningful and fulfilling at the same time. So thank you so very much once again, each one of you. Stay happy, stay blessed, do stay informed, and do stay connected. It has always been a pleasure to have IILM GSM as a collaborator with DELNET, and we're really looking forward to more professional interactions with each one of you in the days to come. God bless you all. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you, Surbi, once again to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed. Thanks.